Is something you want to say on the air, Andrew?
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were saying there.
No, I'm just basically saying, you talk about, obviously, the gun issue is, people talk about need to be looked at. But one of the big things that also needs to be realized here is that the city of New Orleans is a beautiful city for tourists and things like that, but it's also a very violent city. This was, I think, the 9th murder that week.
Yeah,
9th homicide that week was Will Smith's death. And there's stories of sheriff's office, conspiracy and a lot of drugs. It's just a very
there's a lot of poverty.
The thing needs to be cleaned up.
There's a lot of inequity, and for a place to visit, boy, it's incredible. For you want to go spend a week or a weekend in New Orleans, it's awesome. But somebody like Will Smith was probably lived in a better neighborhood, and certainly, but there's just no excuse for anything like this. But I see what you're saying. I mean, it's clearly a problem there. And I don't think problem in that city.
And I don't even think that this was necessarily a bad part of town that he was shot in either. So
Stefan Rubitsky wants to pipe in here. You're on, Stefan. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. I'll refer to you as Will for right now, as in Will Smith.
Okay, I'm not sure where you're going there, but
Will Smith was an example of what an NFL player should be. He kept his nose clean. He did not have any brush-ins with the law. He's what an NFL player should be. Not what Ray Rice is or Greg Hardy. Will Smith is an example of what an NFL player should be. Yeah. And Roger Goodell should show rookies videos of him and to the up-and-coming players in the draft picks.
Yeah,
NFL now.
Yeah, I think, the beauty is that Will Smith was, you're right, Stephan, he was a family man. He was a great example, and we've seen it here, as Ron Mosier was saying a little earlier, that he came back here and he gave back to this community. And, boy, that's not something you see every day. I'm not sure every other community in America that is home to an NFL player, especially one who didn't have family left here, but still came back because he wanted to give to the people that gave to him. That is pretty big. So good point, well taken, Stefan. We appreciate that. Good point. All right.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay, and we'll end with that here this morning. But it's a terrible tragedy. I'm not sure what we're going to find out of this story. The attorney says there's more. I just think it's going to drag up. I don't know. No matter whether they'd been drinking or who knows what, the people in his party, there's really no justification. Is there any that we can find that would say it's okay to get out of a car and to put bullets into somebody's vehicle?
The claim that he was the aggressor, the only thing, and I'm just playing devil's advocate, the only thing I could think of is if he says to him, I'm going in my car and I'm reaching under my seat and getting my gun and I'm going to shoot you. And the guy says,
I guess. Yeah.
But other than that, if a guy's sitting in his car, how is he a danger to you? Unless he's driving at you, which there's no evidence.
No evidence of that either. No. Terrible, terrible tragedy. We'll follow the story through the day today. That's it. WIBX Utica Rome. It's